Hey guys, Pawnce here, and today I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. How to win almost every single game in 3 easy steps. Now, step one, win early, as in win your lane. Now, obviously, that's the hardest part and the most conditional, and you can't win every single time. It just happens to make the next two steps infinitely easier, um, but it's not completely required. Step two and three are sort of the meat and potatoes of this whole thing. Now, step two is once you've won or you think you're in a sufficient position to enact step two, group up. So let's say I'm top lane, so I've shut down top lane. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to go mid. Bottom lane has hopefully also won. You're also going to come mid. Jungler's doing all right. All right, let's go. I'm going to meet up with the mid guy who's already here, obviously. Now we have 5 people. And so we're going to take an objective. If anyone happens to get into the way, kill them. Don't do any crazy diving stuff. You're grouped up. You can siege it down. In theory, you're stronger. Since you are stronger, if they try and attack you, kill them. All the better. Then you'll take their objective. So, you take their first objective. You're still grouped up. You're stronger than them. Because once you're grouped up, you're basically almost cutting the game off in terms of like where people are progressing. Not exactly, but it definitely slows things down. If you have a lead and you don't group up, proportionally speaking, the lead you had, unless you like keep getting kills, is just going to be the same. If you're both farming because you have a lead, you're wasting your lead because you're not doing anything with it. So always take advantage of a lead when you have it. So from here you can go down to dragon, take the dragon. If they decide to fight you, again, in theory, you're stronger than them. Turn around, kill them. Or conversely, since it's so early in the game, they actually haven't thought to group up yet. It's like, oh, I still want to farm, and their top lane is going to be greedily sticking around up here while everyone's down here doing something. And it can be a 4v5 or something. So you either take the dragon or kill them, and then you turn around, you go back up here, or conversely, if you're here, you just killed them all because they tried to dive you because you were patient and didn't dive them under the tower. Then you go and take their second tower, and you're still grouped up, and you just keep going around the map taking objectives like this. Now, this is about solo queue. I'm going to stress this now. This is not about actual team games, where you're with people you can trust, and it's definitely me not talking about LCS class players thinking about what needs to be done kind of thing. League of Legends, when you boil it down, is an extremely simple game if you want to play it at a basic level, and it ends up winning most of the time. It's just gaining a mathematical lead and then shoving that lead onto the enemy, whether they want it or not. So I see this way too often in solo queue. Some, jerk off is going to decide, hey, you guys are grouped up now. I'm going to go and we have a lead. We could be doing something as a team and taking objectives, but I'm just going to go, up here and split push for a while. And, that can work. I'm not going to say it always doesn't. The thing is, you have a lead. In theory, you shouldn't need to do anything else. You should just be able to push through people. If the other enemy team is smart, or even has like one smart guy on it who's like kind of has any kind of map awareness at all, he's going to go, oh, hey, look, their top lane's up there. We have a 4v5. Now, this also depends on team comp on the enemy team side, but they might just go, all right, we have a fast, a long distance engagement champion. We got a Jarvan or something. We're going to jump on these guys here and initiate a 4v5. Maybe they're stronger than us, but we're kind of desperate. We shouldn't win this game anyway because they have a lead, and in theory, they should be able to just push through us. But this is a last-ditch effort. We're going in. We're going to try and catch someone and see if we can cause a team fight, or maybe let's change colors so it's not confusing. There'd be a fiddlesticks or something in jungle. He's going to sneak around here, and then you're focused on trying to take an objective, so no one notices him, and he's going to jump in, do his damage, and maybe he's going to die, but he's started a fight, and the remaining four all come in, and it's a 4v5, and this lead you had, it's gone because this guy wanted to get 200 more gold top lane and was hoping maybe the enemy team was stupid and they'd send one person to deal with him or something, or two people. Alternatively, maybe just one person gets caught because, one person is standing slightly out of position, everyone else is just kind of here. One person gets caught. And I know you guys have all seen situations like this where one guy is like, oh, this is a fight. I'm going to try and save this guy. And I'm sure you've all done it. I've done it too. I'm guilty of it because, if a fight happens, you kind of react instinctually. So you need to fight. And so one guy gets chained into this. Now it's a 2v4. And then everyone else is like, oh, hey, it's a fight now. We got to go in. And then it's a full-on 4v4. But everyone's trickled in and then everyone dies. This would have been entirely prevented if Mr. Top Laner up here hadn't gone all the way down here. He just backtracked, and he had been here with the team all along. This wouldn't have happened. Another bad habit I notice is when a team has a lead, one guy decides, he's an all-star player and thinks, I'm going to do something clever in their jungle and try and get a pick. So he's going to hide here, something silly like that. It's completely unnecessary. If you just get a full-on fight, you're going to win. But no, this guy has to, hide here, and he doesn't realize it's warded, and then he gets blitz hooked or something, and then, now it's a 4v5, and the enemy team starts taking advantages. Now, again, split pushing and stuff like that, it does have its occasional uses. If you have a global, it makes it a bit easier. It's still dangerous. Someone could get picked off, especially if you're the team's initiator. But, again, when you're winning, it really shouldn't be necessary. Even if a team has a very strong anti-siege, and, let's say you're just sitting here, you're sitting here, the enemy team is sitting here, like so. And they have a really strong anti-siege, and it's hard to push in. 9 times out of 10, just make sure your team, make sure they know, don't do anything stupid, don't dive. 9 times out of 10, someone on the enemy team is going to do something dumb. They're going to get caught out of position. One guy's going to walk out over here and think, okay, I can get a little pot shot off on the enemy team. So basically, the disciplined team in this case is going to win. You sit there and wait for that guy to screw up because someone will always screw up. Get the pick. Now it's a 45. Take the actual objective. So yeah, this is sort of a very long. Oh, and I should also mention, bottom lane is another major offender I noticed of this kind of I got to farm all game sort of thing. It's like, hey guys, I just need 300 more gold to get my 6th Infinity Edge, something stupid like that. No, you don't need your 6th Infinity Edge. Just come and kill the team with us. Especially as the AD carry, you're the poke the tower down mechanic usually. So yeah, this has been just a very long-winded way of me saying, get your lead as a team and group up. Even when you don't have a lead, sometimes you can group up and the enemy team just refuses to group, and then you steamroll through them and suddenly you win. I've seen a lot of games like that, and again, I'm sure you guys have too. But yeah, one more time, all this video is saying is get your lead, group, take objectives. If the enemy happens to get in your way, kill them. But don't stress it too much. Don't tower dives or double turrets or something insane like that. So yeah. Hope you guys found this somewhat informative and or possibly entertaining. I don't know. I'm off to live stream for a bit, so you happen to catch this video exactly as I've uploaded it, within a few hours of that. You can check the description below, click on the links, and I'm live streaming. So see you guys around. That's it from me for now. Goodbye.